Hey Frank, look at this place.
Yes, it's the new Central Park development.
Oh, I heard the development process was difficult. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, Claire, my neighbors and I saw it go up. We made recommendations to the New South Wales Department of Planning on how that development process could have been completed more effectively. Would you like to have a look?
Yeah, that'll be great.
Chippendale is an inner-city suburb, located within 2 kilometers south of Sydney CBD. Due to its location, Chippendale is a transport hub. Apart from proximity to Central Station, there are major roads connecting the city such as Parramatta Road and Regent Street. The number of vehicles using these major roads are reaching up to 26,000 each direction daily. There are 17,800 residents. High population density of over 6,000 persons per square kilometers. So, who lives in Chippendale? Average median age of people is 29 years of age, which is 8 years younger than Australian average. 70% are never married, and majority of people are working as professionals, office clerks, and managers. Employment rate is high, and median individual income is $730 a week. Multicultural. Many students living in the area since there are 3 universities. And there are numerous local cafes, restaurants, bars, and art studios. Basically, Chippendale is a busy area, many young professionals, students, and artists to live, work and play. The Central Park development story goes back to 2003. On 15 April, Carlton and United Brewery announced its plan to close the site. On 11 September, the decision was made to sell Carlton and United Brewery site to Australand. And the community will start paying attention to the development. Some residents were concerned the new high-rise buildings will turn the area into a second CBD with no green around. On 5 December, community and officials met and discussed 5-stage process, which was similar to any other developments. On March 10, 2014, there were objections from community, which include repositioning of bus stop, proposal not including bicycle lanes, and traffic lights arrangement. At the end of the discussion, the DA was approved 2-1 with Tony Pooley opposed to the DA. On May 25, 2006, Minister Sarder wrote a letter to City of Sydney and CSPC raising concerns about the City of Sydney's ineffective handling of the Carlton and United Brewery site. On June 2, 2006, Lord Mayor of the City of Sydney Clover Moore replied to Frank Sarder. Floor-to-space ratio of 4.4:1 for the site is too high and extreme upper end should be 4:1. On June 7, 2006, decision of the CSPC, request the Minister to use the powers under Part 3A of the Environmental Planning and Assessment Act 1979 to deal with this DA process. Under Part 3A, City of Sydney no longer had any control over the planning, whether public benefits are to be included, and the ability to impose any development levy. As part of this process, Frasers has made contribution of $32 million to fund affordable housing in the city. And it's interesting that Frank Sarder is the key person in the RWA. Let's have a look at planning framework and development assessment process in the New South Wales to understand more about community involvement in the development process. Planning in NSW is largely governed by 2 legal documents, such as Act and Regulation. There are legal documents to support that structure, such as policies and plans. Part 3A is for major projects that has state significance. So what was the impact of Part 3A driven development on our community? When a proposal becomes a Part 3A project, the existing development standards under local environmental plans, such as height, floor space ratio, are in effect set aside. This was apparent from the concept for major project approved on February 9, 2007. And modification of concept plan approved on 18 July after the site was sold to Frasers. There were various modifications to design and plan, which was difficult to keep track of changes. Difficult for non-construction professional community members to interpret. Current development process is limited for community involvement. current development process is limited for community involvement in urban planning, difficult to comply with various requirements, and inconvenient for tracking changes. There are 3 recommendations for planning and development approval process that could have been completed more effectively. Include community input in stage 1 of DA assessment process. This will help to understand the demand and requirements before further engaging resources. Provide design excellence program for required projects for the community. It will bridge the gap between technical knowledge and community, and increase productivity of projects. Introduce a simple change log for keeping track of changes for each development application. This will make the process more transparent, resulting less objections at downstream.